As soon as I finished the last video, I started to think and I noticed that it needed a second part. It needed to be completed because I didn't take a lot of things into consideration. One of them being, what do you do when you are shy, introvert, when you have difficulties in communicating, when you are not very good and fluent at talking? So I spoke as if anyone could simply just stress out their thoughts and tell people what they think. And yeah, that's not often the case. So let's try to complement the previous video with a second part, so to say. When it comes to externalizing your opinion, when it comes to saying what you think, you have to consider something. You have to understand that if people don't know clearly what you think, there is something that is going to happen. In one case, it will happen unwillingly and people are not thinking of it. They just do it. On the other case, which I think it's the bad one, it's worse, it will happen on purpose. People will do it willingly and consciently. They know that they are doing it. And what is this? People will use you. They will manipulate you to get what they want, to do what they want you to do, to obtain from you what they're trying to obtain. They will try to make you act and behave and do things that you're not interested in doing, to say things that you're not interested in saying, to answer to questions that you're not interested in answering. And that is the problem of not being clear, of not being transparent and direct with what you want to say. If you're shy, if you're an introvert, if you are someone who is not very fluent in communicating your thoughts, in saying what you think, if you have difficulties in being clear to say that, and many other things that we could enlist here, you have to try to train it, but really train it. You really have to try to change something on that aspect, because you really don't want to be manipulated by people. And there is a second kind of manipulation, a second kind of tricky behavior that it's also dangerous for you, which is the following. If you don't make people understand what you think, how you think, what are your opinions, people will always have the excuse to act in a way, to do certain things to you and tell you, oh, but I didn't know you thought like that. I didn't know you wanted that. I didn't know it was like this for you, or it was like that, or you preferred this, or you preferred that. I didn't know. And whenever you are not absolutely clear and transparent, you give people margin to those interpretations. And they will, again, willingly or unwillingly, aware of it or unaware of it, take advantage of that. Again, to obtain what they want, to get the result that they want, to make you do what they want you to do. And they will always have the excuse to protect them, to shield them, that, oh, you were not clear, oh, I didn't understand it exactly like that, oh, I didn't know that it was exactly like that. And then you tell me, well, I've tried many times to be honest, transparent, and I did exactly as you said in the previous video. I was polite, I was respectful, I didn't raise my voice, I even tried to be sympathetic, but I externalized my opinion, and it was maybe an unpopular opinion, or I was disagreeing with someone, or I didn't do something that someone wanted me to do. And now these people think I am arrogant, I am mean, I am a difficult person, I have issues, this and that. It can be that. It is possible. I don't know you, so I'm not sure of what kind of person you are. It is possible that you are arrogant, you are mean, you have issues, you did this and that people said. It is possible. But it is also possible that being transparent, being honest, saying what you think, made people consider you a difficult person to handle. And why do they consider you a difficult person to handle? Because they cannot get you to do what they want you to do. They cannot manipulate you. They cannot convince you that what they think is correct, that what they want you to do is what you should be doing. So also pay attention to that. Don't always think that the guilt is on your side, that you are the one doing things wrong. Be mature enough, be honest enough with yourself, and be self-aware. One of the most challenging and difficult things in life, to be self-aware, to understand when people are criticizing you with good arguments and with solid arguments, consistent and coherent ones, and they are writing what they say, and when they are not writing what they say, when they are not correct, they are just bothered and they are just stressed because you are not doing what they want, because you are not behaving the way they want. And there's another thing that we have to add. Sometimes when you disagree with people, or when you externalize your opinion, above all if it's an unpopular opinion or something that is not convenient to be said, people will always take it personally. Above all, people who are they are difficult to handle. They want things the way they want. They are extremely selfish and egotistic and so on. They will always take everything that you say ad hominem. They will think that you are attacking them in their personality, in their essence, in their being, even if you aren't. And you need to understand when that happens. You need to be able to look at the situation, evaluate it, and understand that you didn't do it, even though they are saying that you did. Pay attention to the nuances, to the small differences. Pay attention to the way people are interacting with you, because the interactions will say a lot about the kind of people you are dealing with. And pay attention to you as well, to yourself, to the way you interact, to the way you react. If you are able to keep cool, as I said some videos ago, if you are able to hold a little bit your emotions, control them. You never want to get rid of your passions, of your emotions. You want to be able to control them. You want to be able to administer them and not let them control you. But you don't want to get rid of them completely. You don't want to erase them completely, because you want to remain a human with humanity inside of you. You don't want to be a human whose humanity is long gone, is dead, because it's really a bad way and a harmful way for you and for other people to live. But understand that even if you are a lord, even if you are extremely polite and nice and so on, there will be those who will not like because you stick to your opinion. They will not like because you do not do the way they want, and they will tell you that you are attacking them personally. They will understand that your disagreement is not with their argument, is not with what they think, is not with what they are proposing. They will understand that you have something against them, because many people cannot understand that fact, that some people will simply disagree with them. They will simply see things in a different perspective, in a different way. And especially the times we are living in nowadays, of decadence, of decay, of perishing, of so many weak people, of so many people who are not prepared to face life, difficulties and so on, who don't want to struggle even though they say they want, because that's what's nice to say, that's what everyone wants to listen to. Living in these times is going to make you face a lot of people like this. It's going to make you face a lot of situations like this, in which people will purposely, with deliberate intention, misunderstand you, not accept what you're saying, and distort as much as they can in order to be able to attack what you're saying. And a sign of maturity is to keep your serenity, is to not let this have any influence on you, have any bad effect on you, and evaluate the situation, be aware of what you're doing, be self-responsible as well, to be sure that when you are doing it properly, and you are not hurting or being arrogant or despising and so on, and stick to that posture. Because one of the most difficult things in the actual state of the art, in the actual world that we are living, is to do things correctly, honestly, in a transparent way, and stand the attacks that you will suffer. Stand the arguments, the hatred, the despise sometimes, or the envy or whatever that you will receive, because people are not willing to listen to what you think. They are willing to listen to your agreement, to your compliance, to your cope, to you accepting, understanding, and following them in their line of thought, agreeing with them in what they think. This is what people are expecting. Whenever people say they want you to be honest and they want you to be real, what they are saying in fact is, I want you to say the truth, and the truth should be this, and that, and not what you think. A sign of maturity is to understand that, to be serene towards that, but not to change because of that. See you in the next episode.